Good morning and welcome to the 8:15 Daily Operations Weather Brief. We are starting the day out today with clear skies, some light winds, and our temperatures rebounding after last night's cool evening with effective radiational cooling. And as we move through the day today, we can expect our winds to increase, possibly strong enough to warrant a wind advisory, and we'll see our temperatures running just below our seasonal average for this time of the year. But other than that, the next 24 hours do look to be quite nice with no significant weather concerns, and that is under a largely tame and consistent weather pattern moving forward. Now, looking at this morning's surface analysis chart, we can see that we do have high pressure near the Gulf Coast and dry air loft that is promoting these clear skies or mostly clear skies and bringing us a breezy day for today. And we do see a dry cold front up to the northwest that is going to move through tonight and bring a slight increase in overall cloud coverage, but as such, little to no rain given the lack of moisture. And then on Thursday, we'll see that high pressure that's down to the south begin to build in overhead. That should help ease our winds and deliver us another mostly sunny day with our highs looking to climb into the mid to upper 50s. And then Thursday night looks to be clear to mostly clear with good radiational cooling once again, so those lows do look to drop into the 30s and a bit cooler inland away from the immediate coast. Moving on to Friday, we will see much of the same and our winds continuing to calm down and a downward trend, and we'll also see another dry seasonal day. As for our current weather observations out on the field this morning, we do see some scattered cloud cover off to the northwest, a good bits away, and our winds are currently out of the southwest at about 7 knots. We do have unrestricted visibility at this time, and our current temperature sits at 43 degrees with a relative humidity of 57%. Now, pulling up this morning's satellite imagery, we can see that scattered cloud cover off to the north-northwest there, and it does look to be dissipating as is anticipated throughout the day today, with brief periods in which clouds may mix in, but overall we should see plenty of sunshine today and no real rain threat given the lack of moisture, as mentioned earlier. Pulling up this morning's model run on a 24-hour loop here. This is the HER, a high-resolution model run on a 24-hour loop in which we can see that we do remain largely dry as far as the models go, and all of the models do have pretty good consensus on this. And if any showers do develop, they do look to be well north of our area as of the current outputs that we're seeing. Now, for our 24-hour forecast here, we do have that light cloud coverage as of current, anticipated to slowly be dissipating throughout the working day. Might see some clouds build in the evening and associated with that frontal passage, and then following we'll see clearing once again behind that dry cold front. And then tomorrow might see some clouds build in similar to what we are seeing this morning. As for our temperatures today, they do look to climb into the mid to upper 50s and bottom out in the low 40s, and if we get that radiational cooling underway, maybe as low as the upper 30s. And then our precip, we are looking green for the day with no real chance, and winds, many of the outputs were giving us values that exceed the wind advisory criteria, so a good chance of a wind advisory in the earlier portion of the day, and then winds generally dying down in those late evening to overnight hours for today. And that brings us to the short-term weather forecast, which we do have a little bit of color on the board here, mostly associated to some elevated winds. On Thursday, we can anticipate partly cloudy and breezy conditions with a high of 58 and a reasonable chance of a wind advisory. Thursday night, those winds still elevated, but on the gradual decline, and that will be partly cloudy and slightly breezy with a low of 38. And then Friday, those winds coming down, kind of subsiding from those wind advisory levels and seeing partly to mostly cloudy conditions and a high around 58. Now that is going to conclude the 8:15 daily weather operations brief. We'll be back at 10 o'clock with the 7-day outlook. Hope everyone has a great day.